Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. This is Kay back at it with a new video. Today I want to talk about a video that's circulating on YouTube about a 10-year-old boy being arrested for urinating in public. Now actually he didn't urinate in public, he peed behind his mother's car because he had to go to the bathroom and he didn't think that where his mother went, she went to a law firm, and he didn't think that they had a public restroom. So he used the restroom behind the car. So let's roll this tape and then we'll get back on it.
Started shaking and thinking I'm going to jail.
10 years old, sitting in the back of a Senatobia police cruiser. What could he have possibly done to wind up there? Urinate in public. There's a photo circulating on social media, sparking outrage in the community. I spoke with the boy's mother about what happened and asked police why they felt the need to haul the boy off to jail.
I'm just speechless right now because, for one, I can't believe it happened. Like, why would you arrest a 10-year-old kid?
Last Thursday, LaTanya Eason stopped by a Senatobia attorney's office for legal advice. She says within as little as 10 minutes, a police officer interrupted her meeting. He caught her 10-year-old son, Quantavious Eason, urinating behind her car.
I was like, son, why did you do that? He said, Mom, my sister said they ain't got a bathroom in there. I was like, well, you knew better. You should have came to ask me if they had a restroom. So he was like, since you had it like a mom, then he could just get back in the car.
But Eason says things quickly took a turn for the worse when several more police cruisers pulled up.
Another officer came over there and was like, your son got to get out of the car. He got to be arrested because he can't do that. I started like crying a little bit, and they had like took me down there, and they got me out the truck, and I wouldn't know what was happening.
Quantavious says they held him in a jail cell, and his mom says they charged him with child in need of services, then released him to her.
That could really traumatize my baby. My baby could get to the point where he don't want to have a county with police, period. I get scared, start shaking and thinking I'm going to jail.
We reached out to Senatobia Police Chief Richard Chandler. He sent over this statement. It says in part, in this situation, an officer personally witnessed a 10-year-old committing an act in public which would have been illegal for an adult under these circumstances. The officer did not observe a parent on the scene during the initial contact. The mother was located at a nearby business shortly thereafter, and the mother was advised her child would receive a youth court referral for this matter. Under these circumstances, it was an error in judgment for us to transport the child to the police station since the mother was present at the time as a reasonable alternative.
Dude.
We know it can be hard to look at this picture.
So, my question is, that's a 10-year-old boy. Now, when I was 10 years old, if I had to pee, I would have did the same thing. And, he did go behind his mother's car to pee. Now, as an adult, and as you all know, when nature calls, you got to go. It doesn't matter what the deal is. We allow our pets, right, our dogs and cats to urinate, and we don't think anything of it. And then, what about homeless people when they urinate? People got to go to the bathroom, they got to go to the bathroom. It's just that simple. And then when you're talking 10 years old, you already prepping him for the penal system. You're already getting him used to this is what happens to a black boy, you go to jail. Now, I have not heard of any, Caucasian kids, going to jail for urinating. I think what that should have been, and at first it really was a slap on the wrist. And then when a couple of fellow officers showed up, and I guess the guy, the police that was interacting with the 10-year-old, I believe he wasn't that, he hadn't been on the police force that long. So, they just, coerced him into arresting the boy. And so he wound up losing his job. But still, that is traumatizing to a 10-year-old to see what it's like to go to jail. So in what's the name of the suburb? It's Senatobia. It's a small city in Mississippi. It's got a population of like 8 to 9,000 people. It's got a white population of 57%, and it's got a black population of 40%, and then other like 3%. So hopefully they learn from this. You don't arrest a 10-year-old because he had to pee. Because it's been times when I had to pee, and heck, I pull over, open up a door on the side, and then I do what I need to do. I try to be as discreet as possible. But again, he's not the only one that ever did that. I think we all have done it when we really have to go. So that's all I have on this one. I'll see you in my next video. Press like if you like my video, and please subscribe.